Okay, we're going to go over one more time how to get into the library from the main page of the University of Wisconsin. Super quick. Scroll to the bottom of the main page of the website. Click into the library. After you click into the library, it will ask you to log in. And after you log in, you'll get into a page that looks something similar to this. Now, here's what I want you to do. I showed you an example of how to get into Academic Search Premier previously. That is kind of like an everything database. Academic OneFile and Academic Search Premier has a little bit of something on every topic, right? Every subject. And it doesn't go super into depth into subjects. Other databases are specific to like education or exercise physiology or nursing, but the Academic OneFile and Academic Search Premier, they're like everything. They will have articles on education and nursing and exercise physiology and history and English and literature. They'll have a little bit of everything. So let's go into your topic specifically. Let's say, to go off of the last example, use Cassandra's example, that you are researching movement in the classroom and how it helps learning. So, very first thing I want you to do is go into a database specific to your topic. Here's how you get there. Under the Research tab in the upper left-hand corner, go into Databases A through Z. It'll bring you to a page of databases A through Z. Now, I want you to go under All Subjects in the middle of the page here, the drop-down box, and pick your subject. So Cassandra is researching an education topic. That's going to fall under Education. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now, you might have to read through each of these a few times to figure out exactly what subject your topic is under. If you don't know, send me an email. I'll help you figure it out. But they're pretty straightforward, pretty straightforward. For instance, the other example we use, Jay's example, really goes into exercise physiology. So looking at all these subjects, what do you think exercise physiology would fall under? Okay, have you looked through them? You got your guess in your head? I would go, if I were Jay, to health and medicine. It's probably under that. Now, it doesn't mean you just have to search under one subject if you're unsure. You can search under multiple subjects. You're probably going to get a few articles with a different twist on them depending on what subject search you do. So let me go under Education and Counseling. We're going to use Cassandra's thesis as our example here. And 29 databases have to do with education. Now, these databases give you little descriptions of what you're going to find. The most popular database in the field of education is ERIC, Education Resource Information Center, hosted by EBSCO, the Walmart of databases that tries to sneak their name into the full text citation. Rawr, no EBSCO. But anyway, so all these other ones also have to do with education, but they might not work for Cassandra's thesis statement as well. Let's look at why. So let's say we went to the book collection Nonfiction Elementary School Edition EBSCO. Find abstracts and searchable full-text popular nonfiction books written for elementary school audience. Okay, so if she clicked into this, she's going to find a bunch of books written for little kids. Obviously, she can't write a research paper on books written for little kids. That wouldn't make any sense. However, if she clicked into the Child Development and Adolescent Studies, she's going to find journal articles and studies and reports on the growth and development of children. Remember, her thesis is that movement in the classroom helps children when they're learning. So let's go ahead and click on this Child Development and Adolescent Studies journal. Also, Cassandra, if you're watching, please do your search in ERIC, because that is most common for researching education stuff. So let's go into this child development one. Now, kinetic is the key word here, because kinetic learning is the learning while moving around. Nah, I'm super can't spell. Kinetic, let's just guess. kinetic learning. Okay, no results were found. Kinetic. You guys will not be surprised to know that I have trouble spelling quite a bit. I'm actually myself very dyslexic. And if it wasn't for the advent of modern technology, probably wouldn't be teaching you a course because I probably wouldn't have a job at all. Okay, clearly this is not there. I'll just spell it out. K-I-E-S-T-H-E-T-I. Let's see. And search. Okay, the effects of augmented sensory motor input on learning verbal. Well, that's perfect. It does have to do with the autism spectrum, but a lot of these other articles look so good. Tactile kinetics approach to learning, some tactile procedures for learning. So your search terms are so important. If Cassandra were to type in learning and movement in the search field there, she would have had a lot of trouble. See, I knew based on kind of previous work in education that the movement, learning and moving at the same time, is kinetic learning. And so I actually went to Bing and then just typed in kinetic because I had no idea how to spell it. And they gave me even a more refined search term, and I used that here. So we'll go over search terms more next week. But this week, please note, play with them. Go into Bing, type in stuff, see if it leads you to more articles. So here are the articles that may or may not help Cassandra in her research project. Remember, these are peer-reviewed. That means they're awesome. And it gives her the PDF of them. Anytime you're given the PDF of an article, you put the page number in. This is an actual picture of how it appeared originally in the journal. So I could cite page 129 as we see at the bottom here. That's very, very important to note. PDFs allow you to do a proper MLA citation, and I expect page numbers to be in there when you get the PDFs. My advice to you is to download these and save them into a file on your computer as you're doing your research. And then label them with that file, the last name of the author, and then the claim that it'll appear under. So you could say C1, C2, C3. Anyway, so that is some basics of how to get into the library and use the library using your subject to get further into your research.